Did you know that a gallon of milk in Jamaica can cost 3 times what you'd pay in the US? It's true. Jamaica, with its swaying palm trees and laid-back vibe, might seem like a paradise. But the truth is, the cost of living can be a real shock, especially if you're not prepared. This isn't about scaring anyone off, it's about giving you the full picture. We're going to dive deep into the hidden costs of living in Jamaica. From the price of groceries to the reality of utility bills, we'll uncover the expenses you need to know about. So buckle up, grab a red stripe, and check the price tag, and let's explore the real cost of living in Jamaica. Let's start with something everyone understands: food. You arrive in Jamaica, the aroma of jerk chicken filling the air, and you think, this is paradise. And the food is amazing, no doubt. But then you hit the supermarket. Basic items can have shockingly high prices. Think milk, cheese, even simple cereals. Import duties, my friend. You'd think an island nation would be overflowing with affordable produce. But inconsistent weather and supply chain issues can drive prices sky high. Locals know the best markets, the local vendors, where to find the deals. For newcomers, it can be a steep learning curve. So, before you pack your bags, consider the cost of groceries in Jamaica. Okay, you've navigated the grocery gauntlet, you've stocked your kitchen, you're settling into island life. Time to relax, right? Not so fast. The bills are coming. And in Jamaica, those bills can deliver an unwelcome jolt. Electricity, water, internet, they're all essential parts of modern life. But in Jamaica, they can also eat a sizable chunk out of your budget. Jamaica relies heavily on oil imports to generate power. That means when oil prices go up, so do your electricity bills. And trust me, they can be steep, especially if you're using air conditioning to combat that tropical heat. Water shortages can be a problem too, particularly during the dry season. Then there's internet and phone service. While improving, connectivity in Jamaica can be patchy and expensive compared to other destinations. And don't forget about things like gas, if you're driving, or even simple household goods. Everything seems to cost a bit more. Now locals will tell you, you adapt. You learn to conserve water, use fans instead of AC, find ways to cut corners. But for expats or those on a fixed income, these high utility costs can be a real strain. It's not just about the money either. Now, let's talk health. We all want to stay healthy, especially when we're living the island dream. But healthcare in Jamaica is a complex issue. While Jamaica has a public healthcare system, it faces challenges like long wait times and limited resources. This often pushes residents, especially expats, towards private healthcare. Private healthcare in Jamaica can be expensive, often requiring upfront payment or private health insurance. And let's be clear, we're not just talking about major medical emergencies. Even routine checkups, dental work, or filling a prescription can set you back significantly. While urban areas have decent healthcare facilities, rural communities often lack specialized services. This means traveling, sometimes long distances for treatment, adding to the overall cost. If you have pre-existing conditions or require regular medical attention, factor in these healthcare costs. Because ignoring healthcare costs can turn a dream vacation or retirement plan into a financial and emotional burden. Let's talk getting around. Jamaica's a beautiful island, and you'll want to explore every nook and cranny. But here's the thing, transportation costs can sneak up on you. While public transportation exists, it can be unreliable and crowded. This leaves many residents and visitors reliant on taxis or rental cars. Taxis, especially for tourists, can be pricey, especially for longer distances. And while rental cars offer flexibility, they come with their own set of costs. Think insurance, gas, which remember can be expensive, and the occasional parking fee. Then there's the condition of the roads. While main roads are generally well maintained, venturing off the beaten path can mean navigating potholes and rough terrain, which can be tough on your vehicle. And don't forget about the traffic. Urban areas, especially Kingston, can be congested, particularly during peak hours. This adds time and frustration to your journey, not to mention extra fuel costs. Navigating transportation in Jamaica requires planning and budgeting. Right, let's talk about stuff, not the fancy stuff, but the everyday things you need. Clothes, electronics, furniture, the lot. See, Jamaica's an island. Beautiful, yes, but also reliant on imports for a lot of goods. And that's where the import tax trap snaps shut. Those taxes, They get tacked onto the price you pay, making everything from a new phone to a basic toaster significantly pricier than what you're used to back home. Imagine this: you need a new laptop. Back home, it's a standard model, reasonably priced. In Jamaica, that same laptop could cost you 30%, even 50% more. Why? Import duties, shipping costs, the whole shebang. Suddenly, that essential purchase becomes a major financial hurdle. Second-hand markets can be a treasure trove, and some people even have goods shipped directly from overseas. Factor in those import taxes when budgeting for essential purchases. Now, let's talk transport. Jamaica's public transport system is an experience, let's say. Colorful, lively, and not always for the faint of heart. Buses, minibuses, they're the lifeblood of local travel. Affordable but often crowded and running on their own unique timetable. Not exactly ideal for a quick trip to the shops or a reliable commute to work. So, what's the alternative? Taxis, my friend. Specifically, route taxis. These are shared taxis that operate on set routes, picking up and dropping off passengers along the way. They're more convenient than buses, but the fares can add up quickly, especially if you're traveling longer distances or during peak hours. And then there are private taxis. More comfortable, more direct, but also more expensive. Factor in those transport costs, whether you're relying on public transport, taxis, or even renting a car. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the tourist on the beach. Jamaica's a tourist hotspot, and those stunning beaches and luxury resorts come at a price. Literally. The cost of living in tourist-heavy areas, especially on the coast, can be significantly higher than in other parts of the island. Restaurants jack up prices for tourists, shops inflate their wares, and even basic services like haircuts or laundry can cost you double what you'd pay elsewhere. Now, locals know the tricks. They stick to local eateries, avoid tourist traps, and generally find ways to stretch their dollars. The lesson here: do your research. Paradise doesn't have to break the bank, but it does require a bit of savvy navigation. Right, let's say you're thinking long-term. Maybe you're dreaming of building a house in Jamaica, settling down, living the good life. Well, hold your horses, because building costs in Jamaica can be a real eye-opener. Materials, labor, permits, the whole lot. Everything seems to come with a premium. Why? Well, a lot of building materials are imported, which means those pesky import taxes rear their ugly heads again. Plus, there can be logistical challenges and delays that drive up costs. Local knowledge is key. Finding reliable builders, sourcing materials locally where possible, and navigating the permit process efficiently can save you a pretty penny. Building a house in Jamaica is a significant financial undertaking. Let's talk food again because, well, food is life. And in Jamaica, you're spoiled for choice. Jerk chicken, ackee and saltfish patties. The local cuisine is a delicious fusion of flavors. But here's the catch. Eating like a local isn't always as cheap as you might think. Sure, you can find affordable meals at local eateries and street food stalls, and those are absolute must-tries. But if you're relying on supermarkets for your groceries, be prepared for sticker shock, especially when it comes to imported goods. Remember those import taxes we talked about? They apply to food too. Embrace the local cuisine, explore farmers' markets, and get creative with your cooking. Be realistic about your grocery budget and factor in those imported food costs. Right, let's talk fun. Because what's life in Jamaica without a bit of reggae, a splash in the sea, and a whole lot of good vibes? But even entertainment comes with a price tag. Now, don't get me wrong, Jamaica's bursting with natural wonders that cost nothing to enjoy. Beaches, waterfalls, hiking trails, nature's playground is right at your doorstep. But if you're looking for nightlife, concerts, or organized tours, be prepared to shell out some cash. Tourist attractions, in particular, can have hefty entrance fees, and drinks at bars and clubs aren't exactly cheap either. The key is to be selective. Balance those big-ticket activities with more budget-friendly options. With a bit of planning and a dash of island ingenuity, you can enjoy all that Jamaica has to offer without breaking the bank. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Jamaica's expensive, but aren't all Caribbean islands? It's a fair question. After all, the Caribbean conjures up images of luxury resorts and exclusive getaways. But here's the thing, Jamaica's cost of living tends to be higher than many other popular Caribbean destinations. Let's look at the numbers, shall we? When it comes to groceries, rent, and transportation, Jamaica consistently ranks higher than places like the Dominican Republic, Barbados, and even some parts of Puerto Rico. Even utilities, often a hidden cost, tend to be pricier in Jamaica. Jamaica's reliance on imports, its tourism-driven economy, and infrastructure challenges all contribute to these higher costs. But for those considering a Caribbean move, this comparison is crucial. It's about setting realistic expectations. Jamaica's beauty is undeniable, but that beauty comes at a price. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the myth on the island. There's a misconception that Jamaica is cheap, a place where you can live off the land, barter for coconuts, and generally exist on a shoestring budget. While that might have been true decades ago, it's far from reality today. Yes, Jamaica has an abundance of natural beauty, and yes, locals have mastered the art of resourcefulness. But the reality is, the cost of living has been steadily rising. Globalization, import dependency, and a tourism industry that often caters to high-end spenders have all played a part. This isn't about romanticizing poverty or dismissing the struggles of everyday Jamaicans. So, what's the true cost of paradise? Well, it's more than just the price tag on a plane ticket or a beachfront villa. It's about understanding the financial realities of living in a place as unique and complex as Jamaica. It's about factoring in those hidden costs, from import taxes that inflate the price of everyday goods to transportation expenses that can quickly drain your budget. It's about recognizing that the cost of living can vary dramatically depending on where you choose to live, with tourist hotspots commanding a premium. But it's also about understanding that paradise isn't just about the money. It's about the warmth of the people, the richness of the culture, and the undeniable beauty of the island itself. Now, it's easy to focus on the negatives, to paint a picture of Jamaica as a place where paradise comes with a hefty price tag. But it's also important to acknowledge the progress being made. Jamaica is a nation on the move, constantly striving to improve its infrastructure, diversify its economy, and create a better future for its citizens. Investments in renewable energy, improvements in public transportation, and efforts to boost local production are all steps in the right direction. And let's not forget the resilience and entrepreneurial spirit of the Jamaican people. From small business owners to community leaders, there's a palpable energy and determination to overcome challenges and create opportunities. The cost of living in Jamaica might be high, but the value of experiencing this vibrant and evolving nation is immeasurable. It's a place that challenges your perceptions, pushes you outside your comfort zone, and ultimately rewards you with an experience unlike any other. So, there you have it. The postcard version of Jamaica, all sunshine and reggae, doesn't always match the reality on the ground. We've journeyed through the supermarket aisles, navigated the taxi routes, and even peeked at the price of building dreams. And the truth is, living in Jamaica, whether for a week or a lifetime, requires a financial game plan. Ignoring the hidden costs won't make them disappear. Remember that gallon of milk, 3 times the price? It's a symbol of the larger picture. Import dependency, a tourism-driven market. These factors shape the economic landscape. But this isn't about bursting dreams. It's about equipping you with the knowledge to make those dreams a reality. Jamaica is an island of contrasts. Stunning natural beauty exists alongside economic complexities. Locals have adapted, finding ways to thrive amidst these challenges. And for those who come seeking the island's magic, understanding these realities is the first step towards a truly authentic experience. This isn't a "don't come to Jamaica" message. Not at all. It's a come prepared message. Do your research. Factor in those hidden costs, groceries, transport, housing, the lot. Set realistic expectations for your budget, whether you're planning a short-term escape or a long-term move. The good news? Jamaica rewards the savvy traveler. Venture beyond the tourist traps, embrace local life, and you'll discover a world of affordable experiences. Eat where the locals eat, explore hidden gems, and let the rhythm of the island guide you. And remember, the true value of Jamaica lies beyond the price tag. It's the warmth of the people, the vibrancy of the culture, the sheer beauty of the place that truly captivates the soul. So plan wisely, budget carefully, and get ready to experience the magic of Jamaica, hidden costs and all. So, have you experienced the hidden costs of Jamaica? Share your stories in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into Jamaican life, from budget travel tips to cultural deep dives.